There is an organization in New York. My final thought begins now. There's an organization in New York called A Call to Men. It's headed by Ted Bunch. What he does is he works with NFL players, NBA players, and he reconditions and re-educates masculinity, right? So he can prevent violence against women, right? That's his work. Ted Bunch, A Call to Men. Vanessa Williams, the dark one, right, from New Jack City, is an advocate of his work. I'm an advocate of his work. And listen, not only am I an advocate of his work, but I need his help, you know, because he's helped recondition my thought with regards to women. One of his ideations in that particular movement is men can't allow other men to kick it with them if they're being violent towards a woman, right? So in the circles of men, he said part of the problem with domestic violence, this is tying into our topic, part of the problem with domestic violence is that men will allow other men to stay within their circle and be like, well, that's kind of their problem. I'm not going to try to deal with this man. I'm saying we should take the same model when it comes to white supremacy. White people should not allow, Dr. G shouldn't allow bigotry in his circle. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I know behind the veil, when y'all with each other and y'all talking, some of that bigotry comes out. Some of that racism comes out. And I'm saying in order to achieve any level of balance and peace between peoples, the people in power are going to have to check the other people that are within their circle and say, no, 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 no. We're going to always be at war with black people. We're going to always be at war with those who have less than us. If I let it slide, if I let your bigotry slide, if I let your racism slide, Bobby doesn't agree with that. I say, in order to have peace, we're going to have to destroy all of the stereotypes that white supremacy has built to prop itself up to remain superior and important. You know what that means? This might hurt Dr. G, but I love him. I mean it in truth. Jews got to stop claiming that they Jews. You know who you are historically. You're Khazars from Khazaria. You're not from that land. Egypt, the Gaza. That's not you. Most of the people that are in Israel today are genetically Polish, Russian, right? You're white people claiming to be holy in the Holy Land, fighting the indigenous people over there. And when you look at the Arab, this is why Rupert Murdoch can come out and say, wait a minute, the Egyptians were white. What are you talking about? It's the social narrative that is the devil in America. And until white people stand up and say, you know what, we got to stop that, right? White Jews are as Jewish as Columbus was American. As Columbus thought he's not. Columbus, you know, it's a lie. And what happens is they perpetuate the lie so they can stay in power. And I'm telling you niggas, because you're going to be niggas as long as you bootlick and kowtow to the lie so you can have your moment in your space of comfort out the way. Right? As long as you roll with this philosophy so your cable bill is paid. Right? So your car note and your insurance is paid. As long as you consider yourself successful by his standards. Do you understand? We're going to always have this problem. The affluent niggas ain't said shit about Michael Brown. They ain't said nothing about Trayvon Martin. And all they got to say when they do open their wicked mouths is fly right. Get with the program. Pull your pants up. You think the way we dress is the source of the problem? What the fuck? Please understand what I'm trying to say to you right now. We've got to own our fucking narrative. We've got to rewrite it. We've got to rewrite success. We've got to rewrite religion. We've got to rewrite our culture. We got to rewrite everything that initially belonged to us. But we scared. Like everything that initially belonged to us. Like everything that initially belonged to us. We got to rewrite everything that initially belonged to us. Culture, we got to rewrite everything that initially belonged to us. But we scared because we know when we take ownership of what was rightfully ours, in other words, our narrative, we put ourselves in harm's way. We don't want to be in white man's way. We don't want him to look at us as an enemy because we know he's ready to kill us. We know that. Right? I'm tired of niggas. No disrespect, Bobby, I love you. But I'm tired of niggas saying, oh, there's levels of success within this system. Krishnamurti, my guy, my philosopher. No, you give us examples, Bobby. You give us examples of people who have made it in this system. And what I'm saying is making it in this system, reaching a plateau in a white supremacist system. Don't tell me they don't have a place for so-called successful niggas to be. But that's what I'm talking about. And I'm saying at the end of the day, it's gonna come a time where we have to stand up and take ownership of what's rightfully ours. Money, success ain't the way. First off, money is a tool of debt. It's debt slavery. Technically, they call it fiat money. We know it's fake. So when I hear the affluent say, get an education, which is devoid of you not in education. Most African American students, regardless of a level of education, you could go to Harvard, you still don't read as well as a white man. That's proven. You still don't read as well as the white dude at Harvard with you. He's 4 years better at reading than you are. Do you understand? You're not in the education picture. You're not in the education narrative. You're not in the religious narrative. You are a participant. And when they get sick of you participating because you uncomfortable with your current status and you decide to stand up, guess what happens to your ass? They're always in that position because you're always willing to play ball. Yeah. Now when you stop playing ball and you create your own fucking game, that's when you move into harm's way. Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith. That's when you move into harm's way. Listen, Harry Belafonte, Farrakhan, Martin Luther King, they all said way back when, we are integrating our people into a burning house. And you got niggas still running to put out the flames. Yeah. No! Let it burn. Fire, in a spiritual sense, is a purifier. You want to be mad because Exodus is out and Christian Bale is playing Moses? This ain't the first time this bullshit done happened. Right? Who played, they did a movie called The Mahdi. It was about the Mahdi of Sudan. Who played the Mahdi? Sudan is Africa, South Africa, Central Africa, right below Egypt. Who played El-Mahdi? Arabic word, El-Mahdi, El-Mahdi, the guide. Who played this black man from Sudan? Laurence Olivier. They've been doing this shit for years. Your culture is there because you don't know it's yours. Right? It's theirs because you don't know. Doing this shit for years. Your culture is there because you don't know it's yours. Doing this shit for years. Your culture is there because you don't know it's yours. Doing this shit for years. Your culture is there because you don't know it's yours. Right? It's theirs because you don't know it's yours. Do you understand? White people are negrophobic and negrophilic. White people are negrophobic and negrophilic. White people are negrophobic and negrophilic. They scared of you and love you at the same time. They are Negrophiles. They love your rhythm. They love your lips. They love your ass. They love your music. They love your energy, but they scared of you. Do we not see this? That's how you reclaim the narrative. Fuck what they think of you and rewrite it. And be fearless enough to move yourself into harm's way. Because that's where you're going to be when you seek freedom and independence. I'm Zoe Williams. Be when you seek freedom and harm's way. Because that's where you're going to be when you seek freedom and independence. I'm Zoe Williams. And that's my final thought.
Shout out to Zoe Williams, man.